glimpse of stalking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes.
The Tony Award-winning cast of Anything Goes will be hitting the stage less than 2 hours from now here at the Stephen Sondheim Theater. And while it may look pretty quiet here outside, it's an entirely different story backstage.
From wardrobe,
we get the costumes where they need to go and put them on who they need to go on.
to wigs.
I am styling Laura Osnes' wig. She plays Hope Harcourt.
There's a lot going on below deck on the SS American. And who better to show us the ropes than Lord Evelyn Oakley himself?
I am here now on the Anything Goes stage with the incredibly talented Adam Godley.
Necessary.
And he is going to walk us through what happens between now and showtime, and it gets pretty crazy.
Everything that happens on stage couldn't happen without an extraordinary team of talented and devoted and professional people. So we're going to go backstage, and I'm going to introduce you to some of them and show you all the work that goes into making what happens on stage possible. The whole piece takes place on a ship, the SS American, and this is Derek McLean's award-winning set. As I said, in an hour and a half or so, it'll be covered in dancers and actors with an orchestra underneath us. This is Lord Evelyn's stateroom set, which moves downstage. I'll show you how all that works, all the hydraulics which happen underneath. And behind it you can see a bank of lights which light this huge scrim which the audience see behind the ship. The funnels of the ship, which show clouds and sun and stars. And back here now it's very quiet and very empty. But during the show it's an absolute seething hive of activity with people rushing around and bumping into each other and people getting changed.
And it gets to be even tighter quarters down by the dressing rooms.
Two of our cast members in that corridor that we were coming through literally ran into each other as they were getting ready to go on and do one of the big numbers in the show, split each other's head open. And we're not able to do it. So can you tell us what happened?
Oh, yeah, it was sort of crazy. Nobody really knew what had happened, and all of a sudden we saw one guy runs past me saying, "I'm bleeding." And so I run down here, and the other offstage cover, Justin Greer, was busy getting ready, and so we both frantically got into costume as the number was beginning. So a number that starts with 6 men on stage started with 4. And about halfway through, Justin made it on, and then I made it on to finish the number.
Having lightning-quick reflexes is also a must for the technical crew, especially when it comes to mixing the sound.
You just have to go word by word in the script and make sure that you get every single word out to the audience heard. And it's all about timing between the different actors, because you only use one mic at a time. So when one actor says hello, and another actor says hi, it's just 1, 2. So it's all about timing.
And when I got to Satan's door, I heard you blowing on your horn once more. So I said, Satan, farewell.
And timing is everything when you're moving sets, props, and people on and off stage.
See all this winding gear. This is the stateroom set that I showed you earlier that moves down onto the stage. That all happens here, all these cables and wires. And we just kind of take it all for granted. And of course the audience just, they're just seeing the set moving about, sliding around, sets moving down, curtains going up. Never really thinking about all of this, so it's kind of interesting to see it.
Something else you'll only see backstage, all the little personal touches that make the theater feel like home for the cast and crew.
Here you can see all the shows that are on Broadway, and everybody in those shows has signed a note sending us good wishes. Dan, who's one of our fantastic crew, is also a poet. And once a week he produces a sonnet. I want to show you this, which is everybody's laundry bags. It's a little bit pervy, but it's theatre, and I don't think theatre can be too pervy. Here's an example. Joyce Chiddick wears a commando thong, Rolls Royce something or other, sparkle hose, and Walford fishnets. There's no secrets between anybody in the theatre.
And here's another secret revealed. Hidden among all the cleaning products in the laundry room,
there's a little bottle of vodka, which apparently is sprayed under people's arms, on the costumes, under the arms, to keep them fresh.
It's the Valor, it's the Vinner, it's the Voice, it's the Lovely.
So there you have it. It's starting to get busier now. I've got to go off and get my costume put on and put some makeup on. and do a show.
Meanwhile, back outside, you can see the doors have opened and the line of people, which now wraps around the building, has begun filing into the theater.
So I guess the audience are all out there and we've got to do a show for them. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of our world. You see how important all these people are to make the show happen. And I hope you found it interesting, and thank you, BroadwayWorld.com.